Hello. I thought I'd do a video with everybody being made to stay indoors, a few little hobbies. We'll probably be breaking out around cars, so I thought while I'm doing a few bits I'll do some videos to help people out. One of the requests that I've had since doing the stereo is about fitting light bulbs, because the space for getting them in isn't particularly great. It's a bit fiddly. And also about whether to upgrade to LEDs, because if you've been driving around in an FRV you'll know that the lights are pretty rubbish on them. They're not very good at all. So I upgraded about 2 years ago, and this is the brand that I actually have, which I bought from Amazon. I'm sure they won't mind me mentioning their company. The ones I've got in the box are a different brand which I'd bought previously, which were a bit rubbish. The high beams didn't work on them. They seemed to blind everybody because people were constantly flashing at me. The new ones that I have in these Nova Sight ones, or Knob Sight ones, after I had them put in, I took it for the MOT, and the MOT instructor adjusted the where the beam was hitting slightly, and I've never had anybody flash me. It's been through another MOT since, so any suggestions that they're illegal, I think as long as the quality of them is okay, they seem to be fine. They generally all come and look the same. They might differ in colour, but most of them all look and act in the same way. So on the back of them, you can just see there in focus, there's a fan which draws all the heat away through like a sort of heat sink, and then that's supposed to stop them from getting too hot when they're inside the car. And then on the end you've got the basic same connector. For the FRV rather, it's a H4 bulb, so it's a three-pronged connector, where the H7s are twos. And they come with an extra set of LEDs, so when you use your high beams you get that extra pitch in the light so you can see, although I find I don't really need it much because the LEDs are so bright. The main problem with these is that the dust cover that goes on the back typically doesn't fit because so much protrudes at the back. So what I had to do with my dust covers was I had to cut a little bit of it so they popped over safely, because obviously you don't want too much crap getting into your headlights. And the other problem is that obviously because of this back piece here, the spring that holds the light in place in your headlight unit wouldn't go over this. So the way that they all work, as far as I'm concerned, because I've tried 3 or 4 different sets and I've got sets on my wife's car also, that this ring here unscrews, so you twist it till it pops like that, and then they literally just pull off. And then what you do is you put this piece into the headlight, put the spring on, and then you push this in, and then you twist it, and then it locks into the correct position, and then you plug it in the back, and that's it, you're ready to go. It's literally that easy. The hardest part of the entire thing is trying to fit your hands into the gaps because they are really small. What I ended up doing was undoing a couple of bolts and just moving stuff around just so I could get my hands in, and you can generally feel what you're doing, but you need some good light. So if you're planning on doing it in the dark, use a really good torch. Otherwise wait for a nice bright day so you can actually see down where you're trying to move your fingers. Okay, so I shall show you now what I did. Right, so excuse the scruffiness of my engine bay, it does need a bit of a clean. So to get into the headlights, you can't even see them because it's so dark in there. So this piece here, this is your dust cap. This literally just pulls off. And to get into this, what I actually did was undone this bolt here, and you can physically move this piece out of the way, so it gives you a much better hand clearance to get in. That is a 10mm bolt. You can use a ratchet or a normal bolt, and that'll give you the better clearance then to actually get your dust cover off and get your hand inside there. This is the bit that everybody struggles with, is actually the hand clearance. So this one here I'll undo and I'll show you. Okay, so I've got my 10mm on, little ratchet. Do this left-handed, not very good left-handed. So it's a very small nut. There we go. That literally, excuse my dodgy camera skills. Okay, so there you go. One screw, and that literally, I'm just going to tuck that there. Oops. Try that again. I'm going to tuck that there out the way. Now that gives me much better hand access to get down into there, so I can get. So look, there's my dust. There's my dust cover. You can see where I've cut the hole slightly wider so the fan will fit through that. So I know what I'm going to do. Just put these down. Okay, so now hopefully, excuse my dodgy camera, you can see where my light bulb is fitted in. So my one, there's my connector there. So that's just the plug, the 3-pin plug that I showed you on the other one. And then these literally just twist out. So there we go, look, I'm going to twist it and pull, and there you can see it just comes out, and that little pin, the plate just fits in, and then the gripper pin goes over the top, so you can then just put that in, twist, and there you go, and then you plug it in, put your dust cap on, and there you go. It just looks like a normal bulb. It's that easy. Okay, from the other side, exactly the same thing. This is your earth for your battery. It is safe as long as you've not got your key in your car and you're not messing about with anything where you're going to touch any terminals. You can undo this bolt exactly the same as the other side to get this out of the way. I've got the top pitch plug, so I can get the bonnet well out of the way. And then it's exactly the same thing. Just pop off the dust cover, put in the plate, put the little pinchy pins on, twist it in, connect it up, and that's all there is to it. But the main problem is just having the bravery, I guess, to undo these. They're just 10mm bolts. You're literally just going to unplug them for 10 minutes while you swap them over, put them in, and that's it. Jobs are good.